What's up, everyone? Good afternoon. Let's give it a few minutes and then we'll start. What did everyone trade today? Today was an interesting day. What's up, everyone? What's up, Nick? Where's Tosh? Tosh, if you're in here, let me know, man. This is the weather Tosh gets every fucking day, man. Every day he gets sunny, he gets no clouds, and over here, when I get a day like this, it's like fucking Christmas morning. So, Donnie, what's up, Don? What's up, Bear? There's Tosh, I see him now. Tosh, I finally have some nice weather out here, bro. This is the shit Tosh lives with every day. Shorts and a t-shirt every day for that guy. Over here, I get one nice day and all I want to do is sit outside for hours. Yeah, it's 70 degrees today, man. It's finally summer. We get 2 months of summer out here and it's finally starting. Yeah, beautiful day in Jersey, bro. Beautiful fucking day in Jersey. We'll give it a few more minutes for everyone to kind of get in here and then I'll start it. Look at this guy's fucking lake here. He's got his grass perfectly mowed. He's got a beautiful lake, and then this fucking neighbor has a lake as well. It's out here today. Tosh is spoiled, bro. He gets his shit every day, man. He's got his organic guava smoothies and shit. And over here, we ain't got any of that. If you eat anything organic here, dude, people will fucking make fun of you. Alright, give it maybe like another minute and then I'll start. What'd you guys all trade today? How'd you guys do today? Yeah, Bear, I just jinxed Tosh. A tornado's gonna come to fucking sunny LA. What's up, Sam? So, funny story. Let me get one of my neighbors here. This guy, as I'm walking to his house, I just remember the story. This guy, I'll show you his house in a second. But this guy, on the first day, anytime it's warm or anytime it's a nice day, he has a Bugatti Veyron Super Sport. And he just takes it out and he parks it at the front of his house, sits in a chair and fucking stares at it. So I'm walking to his house right now. Let's see if he's got his fucking Veyron out. That'd be fucking sick. Let's see. As soon as I pass his house, I'll get this started. Alright, there's definitely no Veyron out tonight. That sucks. He's got like the orange one, the fucking Super Sport. This is what his fucking castle looks like. Got a fucking castle out here. Anyway, all right, so what I want to talk about today is front side and back side and what the difference is, kind of how to identify it and how to trade shit on front side and back side. So again, what I like to do on these recaps is I like to walk you guys all around my process of trading, what I do from the moment I wake up to the moment I do this Instagram live, so that you guys understand what it's like to kind of be a day in the life of me, right? So, looks like there's a car passing. Damn, she's hot. Anyway, so every single morning, I keep it very simple. I wake up at 6 in the morning, sometimes 5 in the morning, depending on if I feel lazy or not. And what I kind of do is, I've noticed that if I'm disciplined in my regular life, I am disciplined in my trading life. So what I do is, the first thing I do when I wake up is I obviously just get out of bed. I check my emails, I check all like some work stuff, and then I immediately go and start exercising. I do about 15 minutes of cardio in the morning right when I wake up to kind of wake me up and get me sharp and kind of get my mind flowing and start thinking and start focusing on stuff like that. So in the morning, I start with a quick workout, which means that I'm being disciplined. I'm being disciplined in my regular life. So by doing that, it's going to be pouring into my trading life. So after I do my morning workout, I get right to my desk and I see what's gapping up, right? The first thing I do is I always check what's gapping up. And what I like to see is I like to see stocks gapping up over 30, 40, 50%. If we get to 100% of a gap up, that's fucking amazing. But I like to see at least a 30, 40% gap up. So what do? I look at the stocks that are gapping up, and then I immediately go and check the float. Is the float under 5 million? Is the float above 5 million? Is it above 10 million? What is it, right? So for me, a low float is essentially anything under 5 million shares. Anything under like fucking 3 or 2 million, I consider a nano float. And anything above 10 million, I think, okay, that's not really going to be too much of a problem. So this morning when I woke up, I saw this TROV and I saw AKTX. And I saw that TROV had a float of 4 million and I saw AKTX had a float of 7 million. So most of these are kind of in the low float area. So, you know, I'm aware, I'm being self-aware that these might kind of turn into trouble. So the next step after looking at the float is I have to look at the news, right? Why are these stocks moving? Why are these stocks up on the day? What is going on with these stocks, right? So TROV news was nothing really monumental, but AKTX had phase 2 news, right? Give me a sec. Let me handle that in a second. Anyway, so I saw that it had phase 2 news, right? So in my mind, I have rules for phase 2 and phase 3 trials. So a phase 3 trial, no matter what, is never a short. A phase 2 trial is a nail and bail only, and a phase 1 trial is a non-event, right? So knowing all these things, I'm prepping for the day. I'm saying AKTX is a phase 2. It has to be a nail and bail only. TROV is bullshit news, and let's kind of identify the levels. So next is wake up, see what's gapping, check the float, check the news, check the fundamentals, and then plot out my entries and exits, right? Plot out your entries and exits. So what I like to do is I always like to go to the daily chart. I always like to go and look at the daily levels on the chart and see my areas of interest. So on TROV, if I remember, I saw a level at like 485, and that's kind of where my mind was looking to take it in the morning. And you know, I don't really like to trade pre-market. I don't really like to hold things overnight. So the way that I kind of approached TROV is I said, let it fucking trade out, let it show what it's doing, and then from there, that's how we're gonna kind of approach it, right? So by this time, it's maybe like 7:30 and 8 o'clock, and I know what stocks I'm gonna be trading. I know which ones have positive news, which ones have bullshit news. I know my entries and exits that I'm planning out. The next step is just kind of waiting until my trading partner wakes up and we could kind of confirm the plan together. So every day, Bao wakes up around 7 or 7:30, and he asks me what's moving. And by the time he asked me what's moving, I already have a plan. I have everything set up because I'm awake so early that I'm pre-planning everything before anyone else is awake, right? So by the time Bao gets to his desk and we talk about what our plans are, we try to line it up together, right? We line up our plans together, and if we both have the same plan on the same stock, we are going to be a lot more interested in that stuff. So coming into today, AKTX was moving and TROV was moving. Oh, MBRX, that's a really good point. So that's also something that I forgot about. So MBRX, for those that were looking at it yesterday, the stock went from fucking $1.50 to $3, right? It squeezed everyone. It has a forward-looking event on Wednesday. So my mentality was, okay, a sell the news scenario is something that's really, really profitable usually. So what is a sell the news scenario? It's when a stock is ramping up in anticipation of news, and when the news finally does come out, it does the exact opposite because the catalyst is over. So because I knew that MBRX had a forward-looking event on Wednesday, I said, I'm not fucking touching this until Wednesday. Because if you're attacking it before the forward-looking news event is done, you are playing with fire, right? If the edge on this trade is that you have to wait till the news is over to attack, then that's your edge. So coming into this morning, or coming into yesterday after hours, there was a very, very sketchy thing that happened, right? It was a very sketchy thing that happened in after hours yesterday. So the stock went straight up, no bounce, no dips, nothing. Anyone that was short got destroyed, and anyone that was long made money. But right when the market closed, the stock started selling off, right? The stock started selling off 280, 270, 260, 250, 240, 230, two fucking bucks, right? So this fucking strong stock that went from $1.50, from $1.50 and closed near $3 is randomly selling off after hours, right? All the shorts covered because there's no one, they're not stupid enough to hold that shit overnight. And all the longs feel comfortable because, hey, this closed at high of the day. So this thing started to sell off. And we're all looking for news, and we're all looking for the reason as to why this stock is going down. We're looking, is there news? Is there an offering? Is there something happening? And there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing. So this stock is down 40% from its highs in after hours on nothing. It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense, but okay. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there's a big player that's unloading or something. Who knows, whatever it is. So this morning, coming into pre-market, my plan was to short 270, 280, and the 3 level because those were the levels I saw on the chart. And my mentality was they probably sold off the stock. They probably sold off the stock and made it go down so that the next morning, aka today, they could turn on SSR and ramp up the stock on air. My thought was that they were trapping everyone this morning. They were going to trap everyone and turn on SSR. So I want to be extremely patient. And then what ended up happening is there was an offering that fucking hit $1.70 or $1.50, whatever it was. And the moment I saw that, I was like, these motherfuckers, man. These motherfuckers yesterday in after hours, someone got the fucking tip on the shoulder and they got the whisper in the ear that an offering is coming. So the big player that was absorbing and buying all fucking day unloaded it. And whoever fucking got the tap on the shoulder went short as much as he could in after hours, knowing that the next morning he was going to make $1 a share on the fucking offering. That's just fucking crazy, bro. That's just fucking crazy. That shit happens all the fucking time, man. That shit happens all the time. It's just so frustrating. But that happening in the morning pissed off a lot of traders. That happening made everyone think, shit, I'm fucked. Like, that was my big money play. I'm not going to be able to make money today. There's nothing else moving. There's nothing else happening. And even Bao's messaging me, fuck this, bro. Fuck that. Like, this sucks. Like, fuck this. And as his trading buddy, I have to keep him calm, right? As his trading buddy, I have to make sure that he is staying focused. And I said, bro, no problem. It's not a problem. Whoever did this shit is illegal. It's insider bullshit. We don't need that. It's fuck that, bro. Fuck that. But don't let this bad scenario fuck your mentality for everything else. You know what I'm saying? If you are stalking a trade and you are focused on that trade and that trade somehow disappears for whatever stupid reason, it fucks with your brain. So I kept telling him, look, don't use this as an excuse to have poor entries on your next trade. Don't use this as an excuse to fucking overtrade. Don't use this MBRX as a reason to get away from your rules, right? So me calming him down is my job. That is your job as a trading buddy, as a trading accountability buddy. If you see your trading partner acting on tilt, or you see that they are emotionally unstable, it is your job as their trading partner to calm them down and fucking make them realize that, okay, there's gonna be other plays, there's gonna be other money to be made, there's gonna be a lot of everything else. So after all that, TROV started unwinding. And after TROV started unwinding, again, he said, fuck this, fuck that, whatever it is. And again, once again, I had to calm him down because we're working as a team, right? As trading buddies, you are a team. You want to make sure that your trading partner is trading well and trading with a clear mind so that they could help you when you are not trading with a clear mind. And we all wanted MBRX and we all wanted to make money on it, but the play was ruined, so we felt like we had to kind of overtrade and whatever. So again, that was kind of a long example of what the process was this morning. So fast forward to the market open. So I identified my levels on TROV. AKTX, I identified as well. I said 450 on AKTX is my level for a nail and bail. And TROV, I have two trades, either short a 450 pop and rejection or short the death line at 390, right? Very simple. I like to keep it very simple. So what ended up happening in the morning? I put out fishing orders on AKTX. So if you don't know what a fishing order is, it's just an order out there. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't hit, it doesn't fucking hit. So what I did is I put a fishing order on AKTX at 450 and a fishing order on TROV at 450. You know what happened? AKTX hit 450 and I covered at 420, and then it did it right again a second time, hit 450 and I covered again at like 430. And after that, in my mind, I said, you know, if I'm going back to the well over and over again, pretty soon I'm going to fall into the well. So nailing that trade twice was more than enough for me because, again, it's a phase 2 stock. This stock is known to kind of, phase 2 stocks are known to kind of zombie back up. So using all this knowledge that I deduced before I got into the trade, it helped me stay calm and helped me stay focused for when the trade was unfolding. So AKTX, I scalped it twice off the 450 line and I left it alone. That was it. That was my plan. That was it. So fast forward to TROV, right? Fast forward to TROV. And again, my trade was either a 450 push or a death line break. And what ended up happening was it broke the death line. And there's a very specific way that I play these death line setups. I like to see it break the death line, and then I like to see it rebound to the first resistance area that it was at. I want to see it fail that area, and then I want to see it confirm by once again breaking that death line. So what ended up happening is TROV broke the death line at 390. I took a starter and I waited for it to kind of test $4 and reject. And if it rejected, I would add to my winner and I would stay patient. So it broke the death line at 390, rebounded to $4. Traded 345,000 shares in a 1 minute candle and immediately failed. When I saw the elevated volume that it traded on that candle and immediately give it back, I was like, bro, this shit's fucking toast. That shit's toast. Because now there's 345,000 shares worth of back holders stuck in that 4 area. So if it breaks again, it confirms. So what did I do? I added to my winner. I shorted at 390. Shorted at 390, death line. Rebounded to 4, failed. Added to my winner at 395, 390, and then as it broke down 380, 370, 360, I took my money and I ran. That was it. That was it. And the reason why I was focused more on TROV than AKTX is because I've traded TROV in the past. It is a toxic company. It is under the death line. It is under VWAP. AKTX randomly fucking squeezed midday. Again, because again, it's fucking phase 2. This shit's unpredictable. So, I mean, look, Every single morning that we come into the market is a new day. Every single morning, I'm doing my best to keep myself safe, to keep the guys in the room safe, and to keep fucking Bao safe, right? It is our job as trading partners and trading buddies to keep each other safe. It is our job to look out for each other. It is our job to help each other out. Every single morning, I have no clue what's gapping up. Every single morning, I got no clue if it's gonna be a green day or a red day. I have no clue at all if I'm gonna make money or lose money tomorrow. But if I'm focused on my process and I wake up every single morning disciplined, I wake up early, I do my research, right? I plot out my entries, I plot out my exits. I give myself a plan. What am I gonna do if things go right? What am I gonna do if things go wrong? What is my stop? What is my target? If I focus on my process every day and I tell myself phase 2 is not gonna work, I'm not gonna fucking short or whatever rules I have, if I stick to them and I follow my process, I know that I have a higher probability of being green than being red. And that's how I combat the feeling of not knowing what the fuck I'm gonna do or make the next morning. So, I mean, trading's not easy. Trading's not easy, but it gets easier if you have a team around you helping you, right? I'm not the best fucking fundamental trader, but I am a very good technical trader. So we use the assets in the room to kind of help people improve. I watch all of Matt's fundamental analysis videos. I watch them all multiple times because I am learning from that. You know what I'm saying? I watched Bao's 3-hour daily recap yesterday because I'm learning from that. There's so much to be learned in the market. And just because you watch the videos one time doesn't mean that you could check it off your list. You should be watching all the videos until you could fucking recite them from your memory. You know what I'm saying? So, again, this is my process, and every time I do these videos, I like to walk you through what my process is for that morning. And if you're not doing at least something similar with your trading buddy, then you are already at a disadvantage because you have someone like me outworking you, right? So, I mean, look, James and D. Oliver, what they do is they review charts every night. They fucking put in the work every single fucking night. They go over their trades together every single night. And it's not a fucking surprise as to why they're fucking making a bunch of money in April with no red days. It's not fucking luck. It's not fucking you flipped a coin and you're making money. These guys are putting in the work. So if they're putting in that much work and I'm putting in this much work, you should never be complaining that you're not making enough money if you're not putting the same amount of work in. You know? You get what you fucking work for, not what you dream for. Trading is not easy, but it gets easier if you have a team. That's why MIC is so amazing, man. We're all a fucking team. We're all working together to help each other. There's no bad apples there. It's a non-toxic environment. Everyone is just focused on helping each other improve. So do you have any questions for me? Oh, MBIO, great example. That's another really good example. I forgot to talk about it. Thank you for reminding me. MBIO. So coming into today, I want to short MBIO if it failed to go green. So what I want to see is I want to see it push towards 630 and fail. And that would be my confirmation that that MBIO was a good short. And coming into today, it was at 630 and it only traded 300,000 shares. That was an immediate red flag for me, immediate red flag. So I'm not going to be shorting something just because it gets to my levels. I need to see there be liquidity. I need to see there be some sort of edge. I need to see there be something that proves to me that this is going to be a good short. And when MBIO was at 630, it traded fucking 200, 300, 400,000 shares. That's nothing. That's nothing. And on top of that, it was on SSR. So here comes a stock that is trading very thin, that is on SSR, and that is holding green. to me, that's not a fucking signal to go short. That is an avoid. And I mentioned to the room that is a fucking avoid for SSR, low volume, low everything. And what ended up happening is it went from fucking 630 to almost $7. So if I just went long on my warnings, I would have made a bunch of money. I would probably made the best trade of the day if I just went long on my warnings. So something I mentioned to the room earlier was that knowing what stocks not to trade is almost as good as knowing what stocks to trade. I knew that MBIO was a stock that I shouldn't be trading, and I fucking saved myself a world of pain, you know? It's using these little fucking things to help paint your picture, right? If my picture says I want to be shorting MBIO, well, if there's SSR on, if there's low volume and it's holding green, where's my edge, right? Where's my edge? I'm always looking for some type of edge. When am I coming to Cali? Bro, I was just in Vegas. This fucking 6-hour plane ride's too much for me, man. You need volume and liquidity on these plays. That's why these pumpers are fucking assholes, man. They're finding shit that has 100,000 shares traded. They're finding shit that has fucking a nano float. And what they're doing is they're having thousands and thousands of sheep buy it and chase it and pump it up, man. That's what they're working on. They're fucking working on finding the most illiquid stocks. They're looking for the most fucking bullshit plays because they know that their chat room with thousands and thousands of members are just going to pump that up for him while he gets it sold. So, again, these are things to pay attention to. What the fuck? What the hell did I order? Alright, I guess we're gonna have an unboxing now. This should be fucking interesting. How you doing? Give me a sec, guys. Thank you. Yeah, you can just put it over here. That's fine. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
Alright, I remember what I got. If you want.
I see the thing, what it says on it.
You want to open it?
Can I open it?
I guess so.
I wait for you.
I'm making a video.
How long?
You could open it on video if you want.
Huh?
You could open it up on video if you want.
I'm gonna go on your video?
I guess.
I don't know.
Then you gotta wait.
Yes.
Then you gotta wait.
Alright, I'm taking it.
Alright.
I'm gonna open it until I'm gonna wait for you.
Okay.
Open it again.
Peace out. Well, that was interesting. My mom's birthday gift just came. Alright, I mean, fuck it. I told her to open it up on camera, but she said she doesn't want to be on video, so. Oh well. I guess I'll show you guys after that. I basically bought her, I mean, fuck it, she's not gonna watch this anyway, so I can tell her what I got. It's her birthday. So I bought her these roses that don't die for a year. They're called like eternity roses, or like the Venus flower roses. It's like my mom is like really into like flowers and shit like that, so I just got her some really, really nice flowers. And I don't know how the hell she knew to come outside at that exact moment. That's fucking crazy. Anyway, what were we talking about? Sorry, I got train of thought got lost. Yeah, my mom's name is Karen, so I got her roses in the shape of like a K. Oh yeah, liquidity, stuff like that. Yeah. So these pumpers are looking for stocks that have no liquidity, because if they get, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have 100 people, right? You have 100 people buying 1,000 shares of something, right? You have 100 people buying 1,000 shares of something. If a stock is not moving and a stock is not trading, you have 100,000 shares worth of volume coming in instantly into the stock, and that's going to make the stock jump. So pumpers rely on low volume stocks so that they could pump it to their chat room. You know, it's fucking disgusting. And that's why at MIC we don't do any fucking voice chats, we don't do any screen sharing, we're not pumping you my positions, we're not saying long XYZ here, short XYZ there. We're giving you our plans, we're giving you our thought process, and from there it is up to you to execute for yourself. If you want to be handed a fish, go to these furus and burn your money in a month. If you want to learn to fish and become a consistent trader long term, why are you not an MIC, man? Why not? It's $179 a month and you get all this shit for free. Bao's recap yesterday was 3 hours and it was free. That's more than all the fucking other furu DVDs combined, and it's free. Anyway, your loss. Your fucking loss. Do you only trade small caps? Yeah, mostly. Mostly focus on small caps. I mean, where else can you make 10, 20, 30% in a day? Let me try to catch up with these comments. When am I traveling again? Oh, that's a good fucking point. The next MIC event. The next MIC event, we're almost done finalizing the venue. It's going to be in Philadelphia. That's 100% going to happen. We're doing Philadelphia because it's going to be cheap for people to kind of get there. It's going to be cheap for people to kind of stay there. And, I mean, Philly seems like a cool place to go to. I mean, it's close by to me. Just makes sense. So I'm going to probably talk more details on that sometime next week. And then from there, we'll just take it. It's going to be an event where Bao is going to be trading live in front of everyone. It is going to be free for annual and lifetime members. So if you're a monthly member and want to upgrade to come to this event for free, go to upgrade and hit up Tosh. What's the best strategy for a newbie trader? The first bounce. The first bounce strategy. Bao has videos on it. Harry has videos on it. It's all for free in MIC. Will you guys ever do an international meetup like in Canada? Yeah, hell yeah. Look, if anyone has email alerts or text message alerts and voice alerts or voice chat or screen share, that's bullshit to me, man. That's fucking bullshit to me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You have text message alerts, you have email alerts, you're a furu. You have voice chats or screen shares to pump your alerts, you're a furu. What is the minimum amount of volume required to get you attention? I want to see at least 1 million shares traded. If I see 1 million shares traded, that's how I know that their stock is gonna be liquid. I left the other furus because I was getting pump and dumped on. It's that simple. I left other services because I was a sheep and I didn't realize. What else, guys? Do you guys like this format of me kind of talking about my process mostly? I mean, trading is about being disciplined and being patient. And what better way to kind of talk about that than to kind of explain how I take care of it every single day. What is the max float size I will trade? I mean, I'll fucking trade anything, but all I know is I know the float sizes that I will not trade. I will not trade something with a fucking 1 million share float. I will not trade something with a 2 million share float. Could you do a live trade on MIC? Why would I do that? People are going to follow me. I don't want anyone to follow me. I don't want anyone to follow me. If you follow me, what are you learning? You're learning to just follow me? What happens if I'm fucking sick one day? You're not going to make money? Learn to fucking trade for yourself. Learn to become a fisherman and do it yourself. Learn to trade the right way. You want to do this the right way, you put in the work. I'm not going to fucking hand you text message alerts. I'm not going to hand you email alerts. I'm not going to do that. You want to do that, go subscribe to a $50 a month guy and lose your money in a month. And then don't come DMing me saying you lost all your money and you want to learn the right way, but you can't afford it now. Like, come on, man. What scares me when trading? It scares me if I don't fucking follow my rules. It scares me if I let my ego take over. It scares me if I trade based on emotions. What is my starter position size typically? Why does that matter? You don't have my account size. If I say 5,000 shares, that's 100% irrelevant to you. 100% irrelevant. Because let's say I have $100,000 I trade with and you only trade with $10,000, I could trade 10 times larger than you. So my starter size of 5,000, maybe that's to you 500 shares. So that doesn't matter. The starter size doesn't matter for me. All that matters is the levels where you're starting at, and break it up. If you say you're going to use 10,000 shares and you're going to give yourself 4 entries on that, that's 2,500 shares each time. You do the same thing for 500 shares. Just wondering, because you used to use 1,000. Yeah, I scaled up. Every starter is a different size now because every setup is different. How many hours did you put in each day when you first started trading? Every moment of every day that I was breathing and not sleeping, I was working on trading. I was not going out partying. I was not going out drinking. I was not hanging out with girls. All I was doing was focusing on my trading. And people see the end result now, but they don't fucking see what I went through all that time to get here. If my ego is taking over, what do I do about it? Do I walk away? I talk to my trading buddy and he calms me down. How do you deal psychologically with locating fees? I mean, I'll give you an example. I paid $1 a share to short 10,000 shares of Tilray and I lost money. So right out of the gate, I was down $10,000 locating and then I lost another $30,000, $40,000 shorting. Another example, I paid $35,000 to short BBTH, but I made $90,000 on that trade. So locate fees are a cost of doing business, man. Exactly, 25 shares or 25,000 shares, it does not fucking matter. What matters is your process. What else? I'm mostly short biased because in my mind, the best way to explain it is this, right? The best way to explain it is this. If I'm short biased, I am looking for the worst companies in the world and I'm betting that they're going to go down. For me, it's easier to find a terrible company that is a toxic company than finding the next fucking Amazon or Facebook. What Yeezys am I wearing right now? I'm going to eat Nikes. What else, guys? What else? I'm starting to sweat out here. How many tickers per day normally do you locate shares to short? Well, I normally only trade 1 to 2 tickers a day. So I only locate 1 to 2 tickers. I only locate when I need the stock. How many shares do you need to see for you to be interested? I want to see over 1 million shares traded. If I see that there's over 1 million shares traded, I know that no fucking pumper is gonna have. They're gonna have a harder chance pumping the stock. But if I see all the time, these guys are buying 200,000. The volume traded on the day is 200,000 shares, and these guys are buying that shit. They're buying the shit with 200,000 shares traded on it, and they're fucking pumping it to thousands and thousands of people. That shit's fucking criminal, bro. That shit is fucking criminal. Where's my barber from? He's from Turkey. He's an immigrant. He doesn't speak English. Let's do one more question, then I'm going to kind of wrap this up. I'm starting to sweat out here. Any MIC peeps in Chicago? Oliver Tan is from Chicago. Matt is from Chicago. If anyone's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Joe is going to have a meetup this week. How can I trade without a broker? You can't. What's up, Romel? I'm just ending this, man. Sorry. What's my favorite part about trading? The fact that I could trade butt naked if I wanted to. That's it, man. That's it. That's funny. Anytime, guys. Anytime. All right. It's almost noon here. I'm going to close this. I'm going to get back to answering PMs and then back to normal, guys. See you. Thanks for coming.